glass and give them a few chemicals, they mix something, something happens, you also observe what happens. I also made this session interesting by telling you now that I will tell you 3 lies in the next 60 minutes during my speech. I want to see if any of you can fact check and catch me. So if you catch me while I'm speaking, raise your hand, shout, make hell, make it impossible for me to proceed. Catch my 3 lies in the next 60 minutes. So that should be, I know it will be very easy if you Narendra Modi or KCR or Jagan Mohan Reddy or Chandrababu or Stalin or Mamta. It'll be very easy. 3 minutes, your job is done. But today I was thinking about liars more than people who speak the truth. Have you heard about this person called F.E. Lionel? Anyone? F.E. Lionel. Don't Google it. You won't find it on Google because there is no such person. I just created him. So first, I call him Flat Earth Lionel. Flat Earth Lionel. Lionel because the word lie is there in the syllable of pronunciation, no other reason. F and E stand for Flat Earth. We all know about Galileo. We all know about Copernicus. These two great scientists were icons of human history, martyrs of speaking truth. Everybody on earth believed the earth is flat. So I created this character called F.E. Lionel, who was the first guy who told people earth is flat. Sorry? Sorry? We all know who told you the earth is round. It's the guy who spoke the truth, unpopular truth. And you know what happened to him. Now this is the reason I ask you, why should you speak the truth? Because telling lies has so many benefits. The first benefit of telling a lie is people in power love you. I mean, if you're willing to say Namaste Anna on Twitter, you know how much love there is for you. If you, and all of you work in television, most of you, I mean, you guys make us feel good in the print, because everywhere we go, people say, print ki anta na koncham credibility migilunde. Aa TV vallaite. So very grateful to you. On behalf of electronic media people, you make us look nicer. We may not be, but people think like that. The point is, lies will give you a lot of practical benefits. Let's establish it. Your bosses will tell you tomorrow, Mungodellu sentiment patra emaindi. You will say, sir, he candidate popular. Make the other guy win, and you will be loved. If you say, yeah, 2 nimishal march, survey march, right? What is the one column name change? Whatever. It's easy. It'll get you promotions. It'll get you followers on Twitter. Alana told you that you will get a lot of followers if you tell the truth. If you tell the lie, you will get far more followership. You will get a lot of affection, a lot of love. You will get awards, especially government-sponsored Best Journalist Awards. We have them, and so on and so forth. Now go back to F.E. Lionel, the guy who said the earth is flat. Everybody on earth believed him. Kings believed him. Institutions believed him. And one person came and said, and this is how truth sounds. He came and said, all of you are idiots and wrong. All of you are idiots. None of you know nothing. You are all stupid. The earth is not flat. It's round. And the earth is not at the center. There is no such thing as a earth system. There's something called solar system. Sun is at the middle of this whole thing. It's a little harder to speak the truth than tell a lie. And lies that are popular are even more fascinating. So I have some friends in television industry, obviously, in the television news industry. We all need friends, you know, in TV news, because you never know when you need them. So, especially when you have to tamper with the scrolls and all that, you better have friends. So, I have asked a lot of my Telugu news TV channel friends and also national, why don't you interview me someday as Gobbles? I've read a lot about Gobbles. I'm willing to role play him. Why don't you interview him? Why don't we interview Gobbles and get his point of view on how he could successfully fool all the people all the time? We have to understand that if you want to even get to the point of technique of how to lie. And then from the point of time when somebody said Earth is flat, and that was so popular a view for so long, and then you have somebody who says the Earth is round, and all of you please read the biographies of both Copernicus and Galileo to understand the price they paid. The price you pay when you start telling the truth. There's a very interesting movie played by this extraordinary comedian that sorry? Jim Carrey I had in mind, but that's because my name is Sriram Karri, and Carrey and Curry look like the Indian and American cousins. But yes, it's there in Hindi, Telugu, etc. See, whatever good English movie is there will soon come in Hindi, like Lal Singh Chadda, you know. So that'll happen. So you can see whichever version you like. But if now Jim Carrey, yes, all he says is, one day can you speak the truth? So I will ask all of you, do this exercise for me today when you go back home. If you're honest about the mission of yours on this planet Earth, from now to the last day of your life, which may be day after tomorrow or 1,000 years later, ask yourself, what are the 5 lies you tell most frequently? Don't tell anybody, just write it down. We all tell lies. I'm sure there's nobody here who says I'm embedded to the cause of truth so strongly forever. We all tell lies. The best lie I told Basit just now. He called me, where are you? 10 o'clock, the session is starting. I said, just 5 minutes. You heard that? I was at Kondapur. And I said, I'm at Tarnaka. So, you know, it begins like that. The day begins with a lie. Lies are convenient. They make life easy. We all know the other person is lying. I am lies in office. You know, every morning I get messages from my colleagues. Can I get a leave? I have stomach pain. I have, you know. Then you're, of course, a parent or a spouse. And you know the lies right down till you go to sleep. So there are lies everywhere. We live in a universe, and then we are looking for that elusive truth, the elusive truth speaker. Somebody will stand up and say, this is wrong, that is, etc. Did you, any one of you, get any lies so far? Fact check. So far, everything I said, you believed everything I said? Now I'll get this. Sorry?
Sorry, the fact that you said you are in Kondapur.
Yeah, possibly. But the problem with that is establishing. I'll give you a very definite lie. So go back and make your own fact versus lie profile for yourself. It's a very important question. See, this is not a small battle of Twitter, Instagram, or did it rain 8 centimeters versus 9 millimeters, or did Modi say this in 2000? ACR say 11% or 14%. This is not about just, though that is the truth. That is how truth is broken down into a million facts. But ask yourself, do you really want to be a more truthful human being to begin with, before you are a more truthful person? Because it's not possible that you are a liar in personal life and a very, very big crusader for truth in the moment you walk into office. Very unlikely to happen. So write down the lies you tell and see if you'd like to slowly start walking away from it. How many truths can you even accept? And at what point of time do you want to believe in lies? Now the question is not therefore about, as Rajeshwari did point out, what this is what people say harmless lie. I don't believe any lie is harmless, but let's leave it for a minute and talk about the larger reason why you are all here. And that is, and I did invoke Goebbels. I mean, everybody talks about Goebbels, Pracharam, Vinuntaram. Organized lies. So it's not about a lie, which I say that I'm in Tagnaka when I'm in Kondapur or something like, or I'm having stomachache, when actually the reason I want to leave from work today is I want to watch a movie on OTT. Or I saw it last night and I'm having a headache. So one of the things I've done at the Green Chronicle, I'm very truthfully confessed, is I've told people, I will give you leave if you say I want to have a beer party with my friends for the next 2 days. Please say it. But don't say I'm having pain in my leg. It took a while for people to accept. Now I don't know if I made a mistake because I hear all kinds of... I met someone on Tinder and I would like a leave today. Well, I say, okay, go ahead, take the leave. So, but we are able to... and I tell you why. It's important if my team and I don't tell each other small truths. I don't think I can trust them to tell me big truths about exposing land scans or contracts. There's a sense of faith you need even at a very basic level. But the issues of organized lying. What is an organized lie? Who organizes these lies? What are the benefits they get and why they can cause much greater harm? So one of the things I've felt, and I'm saying it only in the context of India, though I believe maybe it's a human condition truth applicable to every part of the world at every point of time, is the question of right and wrong. Not just true and lie, but right and wrong. What is right? What is good? These are the questions for which Socrates was asked to drink the hemlock, the poison, and die. And Socrates spoke truth, which was inconvenient. Now, since that time till today, whatever be the form, monarch, military dictator, democratically elected chief minister, sarpanch, apartment building general secretary, every person in power loves to create a myth. Loves to create a myth that they are something bigger, better, superior, and some ideas are better, some ideas are not good. The crux of why organized lying, denial of facts, of deviating from absolute factual accuracy, there is a purpose to it, and that is this. Most common people decide on good and bad by a factor called shock. Factor called shock. Shock value and a padam vinunta. So somewhere all our lives, we believe what shocks us is not good. Simple. That's all there is to it. For example, if you had in the small town I was born in central India in the 70s, there was a news somewhere, or somebody said this, that clerk got caught taking a bribe of 200 rupees. It would have shocked everybody in the town. 200 rupees bribe, the whole town would have been shocked. People would have wanted to avoid those people. People would have looked down on that. Family would have felt shame walking out, shock. Everybody would have been shocked. So essentially, the morality as practiced individually and at the larger collective ethical viewpoint everybody had was, taking a bribe is wrong. Some people did it, some people did not. That's not the point. But those who did it thought it was wrong. They would do it secretly, they would hide, and they never wanted it to come out. So the crux of right and wrong was decided by public opinion, and the response to the bad was shock. I will ask you today, tomorrow if Deccan Chronicle or any of your TV channels had a headline saying revenue officer, income tax officer, police officer caught taking a bribe of 10 lakhs, what do you think? Who do you think will be shocked? Will anybody be shocked? It will be boring. Nobody will even click if it's a clickbait news. Now the shock comes from numbers. 50 lakhs, 50 crores, so maybe you have a chance to make it to the news. So if you are a corrupt officer and wants to make it to news, make sure the bribe amount is really big. You know, the Anti-Corruption Bureau keeps sending all of us press releases. They got somebody with 10,000 rupees. I feel like laughing. I mean, seriously. 10,000 rupees bribe somebody took. And what kind of idiot is that? I mean, 10,000, sigulera, 10,000 rupayala. That's how we have come. So the point is, taking a bribe, is it right or wrong is one aspect. How do people react to it? People had shock. Shocked. Is taking bribe is wrong? This is not. People have, over a period of time, numbed your sense of shock, of outrage. Now you say, okay, you know, you talk about corruption in election, pre-election season. Now we'll all go to Munugodu, like I said. You ask people in luncheon, it's become normal, no longer shocks you. So normalizing of bad, making it good, is possible through a series of lies over a period of time. There were no fact checkers when somebody first time said, okay, everybody takes. Why is it right? Somebody should have questioned them there. Nobody questioned. This is how lies become, organized lies become a threat to society. Today, you cannot expose corruption and shock people. Today, fact checks. Easier example to deal with corruption. So a positive side to it. I'll tell you the positive side. Just go and watch